Bitches, it's Holland. What's good and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be giving my review of this month's comeback and releases. Disclaimer, everything I say in this video is completely based on my personal musical and choreographic taste and my general opinion. Also, if I didn't include a certain group or soloist in this video, it either means that I'm not a fan of that group or artist, or I didn't really have many thoughts on that specific comeback. Before we get into it, I recently uploaded a video showing male K-pop artists being versatile in terms of their concepts and sound, part 2 of my Irene birth chart, and a Jisoo Blackpink astrology reading. So now let's get into the video.
Go up in the sky, 뛰어넘어다니는 시공간 이 순간을 위해 난 모든 걸 바꿔 내 배일에 쌓인 밤 어려운 날 지나 I'm gonna make it big no doubt 빛날 수 없는 별은 없어 노라 at the top.
First is CLC's comeback with Helicopter. If you guys don't know, CLC along with Red Velvet are my ULT girl groups, so of course I was anticipating their comeback. The song wasn't bad per se, but I personally don't think it was worth waiting a year for. The main parts of the song that impressed me were Yeon's raps. Once again she proved herself as the best female rapper in K-pop with her impeccable delivery and diction, and no, I will not take constructive criticism. Also, whoever put that ugly ass auto-tune filter over Yoojin and Unbin's voice deserves to be fired because that shit was god awful. I really liked how Seung-hee shined in this era. She got a lot of center time and lines and we're here for it, and though I usually don't really care about high notes and belting because a lot of people think that just because you can hit a high note, you're automatically a good vocalist, when the gag is that the lower notes are usually the more challenging ones to hit, but regardless, my good sis Seung-hee still ate that shit up. I also saw a lot of K-poppies praising Cube for giving them a quote-unquote large budget. Honey, y'all are in for a rude awakening, but that music video was not high budget. They literally reused the same 2 or 3 sets and those same lights over and over again throughout the entire video. Y'all need to learn that just because a music video has a more expensive and luxurious concept, doesn't automatically make it an expensive music video. Y'all will see some expensive looking outfits, keyword looking, and some aesthetic jewelry, lights, and mirrors and call it expensive. No ma'am, y'all need to do better. The choreography wasn't bad, but I still personally prefer their choreos for me and know a lot more. Also, I'm pissed that we didn't at least get a mini album from them. It's not just the fact that they haven't been active in a year, it's also the fact that their last 2 comebacks, Devil and Me, were singles as well, and the fact that CLC have been active as a group for over 5 years and have yet to release a full studio album. Meanwhile, groups like Red Velvet that have been active just as long as CLC already have 3 full albums. Next is Taemin's comeback with Criminal. This comeback was kind of forgettable to me, especially comparing it to La Di Da and Helicopter. Plus, I feel like his releases with Move and Want were so iconic, so I really wanted something on that same level. If I was SM, I would have made Clockwork the pre-release and Strangers the title track, but that's just me. The music video did make up for it though. I really liked the set with the background dancers in the red suits, that metal sweater with the chains on the front, and his outfit with the blazer over that yellow shirt. Also, those background dancers with those black eye patches and masks gave me very much Tokyo Ghoul tease. The choreography was very standard. Nothing that blew me away, but nothing below my expectations either. Next is ASTRO's Moonbin and Sanha's subunit debut with Bad Idea. The amount of duo groups that have come this year is insane, but I'm here for it regardless. My favorite part of the song is definitely the pre-chorus with those sickening falsettos, but I didn't like the chorus very much, mainly because with me, deep house choruses can either be a hit or miss. I really liked the styling with Sanha's 2-toned blonde and black hair and deep V-neck sweater, and those black leather outfits. They both deserve an Oscar for the acting they did at the end, especially Moonbin with that maniacal laughter. Next is Fromi's 9's comeback with Feel Good. This was the first song from Fromi's that I've ever listened to, so I was curious to see how the song would sound like, and also because they were apparently on a hiatus due to Idol School's investigation because of Mnet scandal with the Produce series. Thanks a lot on Jun Young. First, before I talk about anything, I'd like to just say that these girls are so gorgeous. Like usually in most groups I'll have a select few of members that I personally find more attractive, but everyone in this group is all equally snatched for the gods. Okay, now that I'm done being shallow, let's get into the song. I really like this song, like a lot. There's nothing super special about it melodically or vocally, but something about it made me want to stream it all day when it came out. Also, the camera quality for this MV was out of this world. Like I practically felt like I was in the damn video myself. And even though the concepts for each member's parts of the video were completely different from one another, there was still a sense of unity to it that tied it all together. My favorite B-sides are Weather and Starry Night. Next is Everglow's comeback with La Di Da. You know how a lot of groups tend to be inspired by a certain genre or era of music, like how Chungha is heavily inspired by Latin music. Well, to me La Di Da pushed that boundary of inspiration. La Di Da isn't inspired by 80s synth pop music. La Di Da is an 80s synth pop song. Everything from the way the producer composed the instrumental to the arrangement to the melody of the verses. Also, like everyone else has been saying, I like how Yuren and Onda got actual lines with substance to them instead of just saying onomatopoeias in the background. This is most definitely Shihyun's era. Her vocals snap so hard in the choruses, especially during the bridge before the final chorus. Speaking of vocals, I recently watched a live stage of theirs, and I have to say that their vocals have come a long way. I remember when Bone Bone Chocolate came out and most of the members' vocals were very shaky, but now everyone sounds amazing on stage even while doing this moderately difficult choreo. Sadly, as per usual, I didn't really like the B-sides for this EP. They weren't as bad as their ones for Dun Dun, but it still didn't really appeal to my personal taste as much as Moon and Hush from their first two releases.
항상 젖어있던 나의 어깨 한쪽 한 방울 맞춰도 닿질 않네 마음속은 계속 비가 그치지 않아.
Next is H&D's comeback with Umbrella. I was so shook when I found out that this is going to be their last release as a duo group because I honestly wanted them to be a permanent one, but at the same time, I'm also curious to see the members' dynamic in a full group. Also, their group name is POCKETDOLZ, so I better see y'all streaming or I will steal your kneecaps. I really liked how Do-hyun was able to showcase his abilities as a vocalist more because, besides the B-sides on the H&D Soulmate mini-album, they usually just give him rap lines only. Also, I don't know if it was just me, but in some of his verses he sounded a lot like Suga. Hanyul's stylist was clearly in a good mood because he was looking so good throughout the entire video. Overall, the song reminded me of something that PLT would release with its chill R&B vibe. Next is Up Tension's comeback with Light. I wanted to check them out because, unlike some of y'all who were fans of IOI, X1, and 101, I actually try to support the members when they either go back to their old groups, join new groups, or go solo. I really liked this comeback from them. I like the instrumental of the chorus, especially that synthesizer. By the way, the melody of the pre-chorus kind of reminds me of IZ*ONE's Violetta in a way. My only criticism of this song was that Woo-suk wasn't on it, but the song still sounded good without him. Members that stood out to me the most were Xiao and Won-hee, so I think if I was to stan, Woo-suk would obviously be my bias since I've known him the longest and am most familiar with him, with the other two being my bias wreckers. For styling, I really liked Xiao's dark blue hair with the light blue highlights and that black crop top outfit. My favorite B-side is Destiny. Last is Superm's pre-release with Tiger Inside and their comeback with One. I didn't like Tiger Inside very much at all. Like I said for 100, I feel like that epic, anthem, coming of age sound doesn't fit them very well, but I'm glad that for One they switched it up. One was a freaking bop. The melody of the chorus reminds me of something that Wavy would release, especially if you compare it to Moonwalk and Turn Back Time. Yeah, some of the English lyrics were kind of corny, but that's to be expected from SM at this point. That end part of the music video after the song ended confused the hell of me because I didn't know SM was trying to give them a storyline. But I already have school right now, so I don't have time for any more headaches. I love how on the album SM tried to be slick since the title track is called One with Monster and Infinity in parenthesis, so they titled two of the B-sides Infinity and Monster, but in reality, they're just remixes of the title track LOL. Nice try SM. For the other 12 songs, I was scared because I was 9 tracks into it and I still hadn't found a song I liked LOL. But thankfully Drip, Dangerous Woman, and So Long made up for it. But still, 4 out of 15 songs. Yikes. Not saying that the other B-sides were bad. There's nothing particularly bad about them. They were just kind of bland and average in my opinion. The styling was kind of cute though. I liked Mark's red hair, the green and black suits, and the race car outfits at the end. Okay, this is the end of the review. Thanks for watching. If you wish to purchase an astrology or tarot card reading from me, click the link in the description below. If you would like to hear me talk shit about K-pop drama or DM me a private question you have about one of my videos, here is my Instagram. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to stay snatched.